I think it's what is. Why do you coach? Okay, so why are you guys here?
Pay it forward.
Sorry?
To pay it forward.
To pay it forward?
Yep.
Be more specific, if you can.
So, when I was playing baseball in the States as a kid, there was always somebody there to coach the team. Always. And it falls to the next generation of kids that are playing to bring up the next generation going forward. So you're always paying it forward.
Yep.
So in order for there to be quality baseball in this state, when my kid's old enough to play baseball, we need to have quality coaches now to make sure that the kids that we currently have, are still there in 15 years' time. And that maybe they're interested in bringing the next lot of kids up. So it's always paying it forward.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I mean, you guys yourselves, you always have at least one coach throughout your junior career and even throughout your senior career that you always remember that you, I guess, either learnt a lot from or admired, respected, you wanted to be like. I'm pretty sure if I hit the mark there, everyone has at least one coach that they really remember and really remember the sessions that they went through, really remember the season that happened, the outcome of that season, and all that sort of concept, all that sort of, I guess, ideas or the memories that sort of come about there.
You guys haven't, I'm sure you probably have, a lot of you guys, depending on the, each individual kid and stuff, but for some people, the baseball team coach is the most significant role model in their life, other than their parents. Quite often kids don't always get along that great with their teachers and stuff like that, but usually the baseball coach, they like going to baseball, they have fun going to baseball, so that's a significant mentoring figure in their life. That's an important responsibility that you guys need to accept, and has a big impact on kids, especially depending on the individual. If they don't have, if they only got one parent or something, sometimes there's role models and stuff that they don't have, and you can help fill that void. It's a big responsibility.
It is. Open it, keep going. Well, I guess, why are you guys here? Why are you guys coaching?
Passion.
Passion? Explain a bit more further than passion. If you guys want to elaborate on someone else's comment, let's go ahead and let's just start interacting with each other.
Well, passion is that I love the game, whether I play or coaching or whatever. But I've also got kids involved in the game who I like coaching my kids.
Yep.
And I've got a good bunch of kids in my team that is enjoyable. If I had a different team, I might be a bit different about coaching. I'd still want to play, and that's part of the passion. The whole box of dice.
Yeah, staying within the game, staying within the sport type concept.
Yeah. I'm no superstar, but I'll get it there and have a go.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Shut up, you.
Why are you guys coaching? Keep going. What?
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment?
I enjoy doing it. Like I'm probably got the least experience of everyone in the room. Serious, 8 years. My daughter got me involved in it, and I've just gone, I just want to keep learning and be able to teach. I do, as you know, I do outside school, into school, whenever I can, the boss lets me. But it's that enjoyment for me as well, and passing what I can on to little kids that want to play, and the respect that they give me back for my commitment and my time.
Yeah, excellent. I'll be more specific now. The guys have been around for a while. I mean, why are you guys coaching? Why are you guys here?
From my perspective, is putting back into the game.
Yep.
So, I guess all the older guys, one's been around back when we were little kids, and the guys have put in then to help us develop to where all we got to. So it's putting back into the game, which is supporting the development of these kids. So, once whatever age group you do, you can develop them up to that stage, and then you let them go, so to speak, and they go to the next level.
Yeah, right, yeah.
The coaching philosophies all meaning the same thing, but they get a different philosophy from different coaches. So it's, I like to see them progress to the 16 to the 18s and further on, and you think, you probably have that little contributor to that development along the way, which is what I do right now. It's the basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Get them the basics, and then let them go, and then they'll develop further at that next level. But
yeah.
For me, it's putting back into the game, into the development of it.
And Dave, you're more, I guess, lower, younger end of the pathway, the elite pathway, correct? That's where you come from. Yeah, sweet, excellent.
You'd be proud to see where they go.
Yeah, right. Yep.
You've had some little hand in it.
Yeah, whether it's a small one, whether it's a big one.
Yeah, to get them, up there.
Yeah, so a bit of self-satisfaction there as well. A bit of reward. Yeah.
Watching them develop and reaching their goals for that year, setting them the goals and watching them reach it, it's just the best feeling as a coach. You feel rewarded for giving them your knowledge and then coming back and rewarding you for how much they've developed. Like a few kids, example, in the grand final this year against Tony's team, I had a kid who hadn't got a hit all year that came to every single training, worked hard, hit a bases clearing double. That was the most exciting moment of the year. And on the team, I have some elite players, but you should have seen the reaction of the team and everything like that. That was rewarding for the whole year, just that one swing of the bat, that kid to do that. And another kid, you know, hasn't made a state team, things like that. He's worked hard for the last couple of years. He's made the Queensland Schoolboys team for the first time. Another thing you like to see, and that's on the same boat as Dave, he starts them at this level and brings them up this and then watches them succeed and
move on to the
their
next
goals and the hard work. And that goes from whether you set a goal for getting 2 to 3 hits a year, or going out and hitting over 400, or throwing 5 innings, or 1 inning, great inning, whatever the level you're coaching at, set those goals and watching them achieve at the end of the year is probably the most. Coaching has to be rewarding for you guys.
Yeah, right. And
To be successful and to teach them has to be rewarding. And that's what I like to set goals and feel that rewarding it afterwards.
yeah, awesome. Just to expand, more so the goals type of thing. So yeah, you're going to have your philosophy, right? You're going to have your coaching philosophy, but more so have a goal within yourself, or have established goals within the athlete that you're coaching. Just try and work out where they need to get to. As I say, like if the goal of the athlete is just, or my goal of the athlete is just to throw 90 feet, well then I've got to work out a way to get there. And once I've checked that box, or once we've got that athlete to that point, well then we move on to another goal. All right, so I guess establish goals within your athlete as well as within yourselves. Okay, so don't ignore both sides of what we're trying to achieve here, because at the end of the day, your goals may be completely different to the player's goals. So then really what's the point of, I shouldn't say what's the point, but you're not going to develop that player as much as probably what you're after. But in saying that, you can be flexible with your goals. You can change your goals, you can change your philosophy. My experience, I guess I wrote a bit of a coaching philosophy when I was introduced to coaching in under 18s, and I wrote down a bit of a scratch piece of paper, and it was very basic. It was just to help every individual athlete achieve their goal. Very basic. But throughout my career and throughout my job, my philosophy's diverted and changed a little bit or expanded, but I've always resorted to that very first scratch piece of paper that I wrote down in under 18s. So if you haven't got a philosophy, if you haven't thought about a philosophy, now's a good time to start thinking about a philosophy which will expand onto your goals to meet up with the players' goals as well with what they're trying to achieve. I guess we've gone with why you guys coach is, I guess, more about, I guess, athlete-driven, seeing athletes progress, all that sort of stuff. Yes, it is self.
Well, just to drill that down even more, the reason why we all coach is because we've got kids who play.
That's where I was. Why did you start? Yeah, that was going to be the next one. Yeah, this is good. This is excellent. So yeah, so really, I guess you got to look at the end of the day too. How did you guys start playing? Whether it was a kid, a sibling, cousin, someone in your family. Pretty much, if I look around the room here, there's a lot of you guys really started coaching because there was someone else within your family that was involved in baseball. So baseball is a very tight community. It's a very close community, and that's why I guess the whole philosophy of this session, my whole goal today, is just to more so get you guys being comfortable talking in front of each other, just so, as I said, because you guys are the best resources to keep each other accountable for your individual goal. Okay, I mean, it's just right there. It's immediate feedback straight away. If someone's looking, not so much over your shoulder, but someone's just taking care of you and providing feedback right there and then, as opposed to, well, my only resource is the internet, or my only resource is watching a few videos. If that's my only resource, you're not going to get very far. You're not going to get that immediate feedback on yourselves. Okay. I guess, yeah, we've just spoken about a whole bunch of athlete-driven stuff. What about, I guess, more so, put yourself, just if you can really think about, put yourself in a situation where you are coaching. I guess, do you guys enjoy coaching the game? Do you guys enjoy coaching practice, going through sessions and stuff? I guess think about that sort of environment, and I guess what do you enjoy out of that specific game or that specific session? What, I guess, why do you want to keep on being involved in the game? Why do you want to be involved with practice sessions? Yes, we've got the long-term goal with developing players, developing athletes, but just more so right there and then, what just grabs you?
I think it's the fulfilment that not only as an athlete, but also seeing these kids as professionals, grow up and they directors of companies, or they become doctors, lawyers, all of those type of things, and you feel that you're part of that process. And I think I get a lot of fulfilment out of. And also on the other side of it, seeing kids that are just, if they go down the wrong track, it's going to get real ugly for them. And you see them sort of use baseball as a bit of a immediate for them to achieve their own goals and get them out of that other side of the lifestyle that they may be involved in. So, you know, it gives them discipline, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, throughout their career. Yeah.
I also think what I too on the flip side is the coaching development yourself.
Yep.
You know, like, I don't know about everyone here, but, you know, I set myself goals. Like, where do I want to be or where do I want to head as a coach? You know, are you comfortable and happy to stay at club level and help the development and the expansion of your own individual clubs or a region? You know, so you could become a club, and then, you know, have you got a pathway for yourself? You know, do you want to become a regional coach? Well, how are you going to get that? You know, or a state coach or a national coach and things like that. So, you know, I think it's important that you know, the coaches looking at themselves and what your own pathway is and what objective or goals are you wanting to reach and how you're going to get there.
Yeah, and this is me personally, I guess heading towards that challenging side of things. Every session that I sort of attend, I challenge myself with, whether it's small, whether it's large, I always try and work out something or some activity that I may have not used before. I may experiment throughout sessions. I may experiment on an activity or a drill or just try and work or challenge myself, throw myself in the deep end that if it doesn't work, as long as I'm not harming the athlete, if it doesn't work, it's okay. Okay, I've either created an activity that really works well, or I haven't created an activity for that individual player, but it may work for someone else. So every session, going back to that specific, like just that session, what do you guys turn up to a session? What do you guys turn up to a game? For me, with practice sessions, it's more, I guess, challenging myself with what can and can't I do, or more so, what can I do? What works for each individual athlete? That's, I guess, my personal challenge within each session. What about a game? What about the game itself? Has everyone been pretty much involved in a game as coaches? Yeah, sweet. I guess what is so infectious about the game itself?
I think it could do well in a game.
Think it could do well in a game?
It doesn't have a particular great skill set, but just pulls off a great play. And yeah, just seeing their face light up when they do it. Sometimes it's just out of shock that they've managed to do it. But yeah, just seeing their face light up when they do it, it gives you great drive.
No, awesome.
I think you're doing a good job.
Passion, yeah.
So yeah.
The game itself, you got to love the highs and the lows.
That's where I was sort of leading towards as well. I mean, who enjoys their heart pumping or racing a little bit, like just throughout the course of the game? I mean, we're not all Buddhist monks where, you know, we're perceived, I guess, on the outside very calm and collected, but still on the inside, when a play happens or something happens, your heart starts pumping, your heart starts racing a little bit. So, I mean, baseball's infectious. I mean, and just the highs and lows within baseball itself. And I guess that's a big one with me, especially, I guess, coming from playing and then get thrown straight into the third base coach's box. As a player, I worked out how to slow the game down, but still my heart was pumping and adrenaline was going. And then as soon as I got into the third base coach's box throughout situations, all of a sudden the game just sped up on me. So working out ways to slow the game down, still enjoy the heart racing a little bit, but using that adrenaline to hone in, I guess, proper decision makings throughout the course of the game. I mean, pretty much everyone enjoys that heart racing a little bit. As I said, even on the outside, we may look cool, calm, and collected. And you do make, you know, rational decisions, but I mean, it's infectious. The heart starts racing a little bit when action starts going. Okay.